According to the 2020 National Electrical Code, specifically Article 230.52, there are requirements concerning service conductors needing to be sunlight resistant. Article 230.52 is titled Service Conductors to be sunlight resistant. Section states where service conductors are run outdoors, they shall be sunlight resistant and exposed to direct rays of the sun. This means that if the service conductors are installed outside and are subject to direct sunlight, they must be of a type that is designated as sunlight resistant. This requirement is in place to ensure the longevity and safety of the electrical installation. Sunlight can degrade the insulation of conductors over time, leading to cracking, brittleness, and ultimately, failure. The use of sunlight-resistant conductors mitigates this risk by employing materials that are specifically designed to withstand the damaging effects of ultraviolet radiation. Section B addresses the use of underground feeder, or UF cable, as service entrance conductors. It states that the outer jacket of UF cable used as service entrance conductor shall be sunlight-resistant if exposed to direct rays of the sun. Similar to the requirement for service conductors, if UF cable is used for the service entrance and is exposed to direct sunlight, the outer jacket must be sunlight resistant. This ensures that the UF cable's jacket, which provides insulation and protection to the conductors within, does not degrade prematurely due to sun exposure. In summary, the NEC requires that service conductors and the outer jacket of UF cable used as service entrance conductors be sunlight resistant when they are installed outdoors and exposed to direct sunlight. This is to prevent degradation of the insulation due to ultraviolet radiation, which could lead to electrical hazards and premature failure of the wiring system. Always refer to the most recent edition of the NEC and consult with a qualified electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards. The NEC, or National Electrical Code, is a widely adopted standard for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment in the United States. It is published by the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and is updated every 3 years. Compliance with the NEC is essential for ensuring the safety of electrical systems and protecting people and property from electrical hazards. Service conductors are the wires that run from the utility company's distribution system to the service equipment of a building or structure. They carry the electrical power that is used to supply the building's electrical loads. Service conductors can be installed overhead or underground, and they can be either single-phase or three-phase. UF cable, or underground feeder cable, is a type of electrical cable that is designed for direct burial in the ground. It is commonly used for underground wiring applications such as supplying power to detached garages, sheds, or other outbuildings. UF cable has a moisture-resistant jacket that protects the conductors from corrosion and damage. Sunlight resistance is a property of certain materials that allows them to withstand prolonged exposure to sunlight without significant degradation. Sunlight contains ultraviolet, or UV, radiation, which can cause many materials to break down over time. Sunlight-resistant materials are formulated to resist the effects of UV radiation, helping to prolong their lifespan and maintain their performance. In the context of electrical wiring, sunlight resistance is particularly important for conductors and cables that are installed outdoors, where they are exposed to direct sunlight. Without sunlight resistance, the insulation and jackets of these wires and cables could degrade prematurely, leading to electrical hazards and system failures. The NEC requires that service conductors and UF cable used as service entrance conductors be sunlight resistant when exposed to direct sunlight to ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems. The specific requirements for sunlight resistance are outlined in Article 230.52 of the NEC. It is important to note that not all electrical conductors and cables are sunlight resistant. When selecting wiring for outdoor applications, it is essential to choose products that are specifically labeled as sunlight resistant. These products are designed and tested to withstand the effects of UV radiation, ensuring that they will provide reliable performance over the long term. In addition to selecting sunlight-resistant wiring, it is also important to follow proper installation practices to protect wiring from sunlight exposure. This may include routing wiring in shaded areas, using conduit or other protective enclosures, or applying a sunlight-resistant coating to the wiring. By taking these precautions, you can help to extend the lifespan of your electrical wiring and prevent electrical hazards. The NEC is a comprehensive document that covers a wide range of electrical safety topics. It is essential for electricians, electrical contractors, and other professionals in the electrical industry to be familiar with the NEC and to follow its requirements when installing and maintaining electrical systems. The NEC is updated every 3 years to reflect the latest advancements in electrical technology and safety practices. It is important to use the most current edition of the NEC to ensure that you are following the most up-to-date safety standards. In addition to the NEC, many local jurisdictions also have their own electrical codes and regulations. These local codes may be more stringent than the NEC, and it is important to comply with both the NEC and any applicable local codes. When in doubt about any electrical code requirements, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector. They can provide expert guidance and ensure that your electrical work is safe and compliant. Electrical safety is a serious matter, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazard. By following the NEC and other applicable codes and standards, you can help to ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems. It is very important to know what the National Electrical Code requirements are for sunlight-resistant service conductors. The consequences of not complying with these requirements can be severe, including electrical fires, equipment damage, and personal injury. Firstly, you must understand what service conductors are. Secondly, you must understand what the NEC says about sunlight resistance. Thirdly, you should consider the proper installation methods for service conductors. Fourthly, you should always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local codes. Finally, remember to seek guidance from qualified electricians when needed. This is to make sure everything is safe. If you are in Florida, remember to check your local Florida codes. These codes can differ from county to county. Sometimes you need to get a permit to perform electrical work. Ensure you do so before proceeding. Ensure the conductors are labeled sunlight resistant. Verify with your local inspector that you are following code. The correct type of wire to use depends on the application.